Please subscribe.
Hold up a tick, you may think. Haven't I previously perused the first drive of the 2019 Audi A8 on Motor One? All things considered, better believe it. You have. It's ideal here. However, that first story, distributed a little more than a year prior, saw Motor One test Audi's lead extravagance vehicle on Spanish streets while introducing an intensive breakdown of all the execution or innovation included with the enormous four-entryway's most recent update. This story is unique, on the grounds that as opposed to the Spanish farmland, we're trying the new A8 on the winding, wriggling piece of landing area that sticks to the side of the California drift. The Pacific Coast Highway is an unbelievable stretch of street that shifts back and forth between shocking areas of bends and winds and devastating movement from dumb, gaping visitors. The explanation behind both of these things is a similar up and down the PCH, however it's particularly regular in Big Sur, the rough, glorious drift that played host to the U.S. dispatch of the 2019 A8. And keeping in mind that it's enticing to invest energy gazing out the window, the interesting conditions along the PCH are a fine demonstrating ground for a vehicle like the Audi A8. Truly, a Ford Mustang convertible is more sentimental and a Mazda MX-5 Miata is more enjoyable, yet the upgraded A8's harmony between its German legacy and the requests of extravagance customers makes it a fine buddy for combating the California drift. And keeping in mind that we don't intend to hop right in and begin discussing innovation, a tremendous piece of that balance is on account of the A8's dynamic all-wheel steering, DAWS. A choice on the A8, the four-wheel guiding fixes the swinging range to a pitiful 38 feet, about the equivalent as the far little Array 4. Be that as it may, the manner in which dynamic all-wheel steering diminishes controlling exertion from in the driver's seat makes this an absolute necessity have bit of hardware. Fixed up with the workstation and a German designer in the front traveler situate, we circled the short taking care of circle with the framework off and after that on. The thing that matters was colossal. The A8 felt all of its 17.4 feet long and 4,571 pounds of mass with just the front wheels turning. The controlling was excessively light and needed accuracy contrasted with a DAWS-prepared vehicle. With each of the four wheels cooperating, the guiding had the weight and explicitness of a sportier vehicle. The A8 felt responsive and light at low speeds, yet at higher speeds on the PCH. The DAWS-prepared A8 was astoundingly made and stable. This Audi is a simple vehicle to drive on winding streets, maybe the most created in the class. In any case, requesting that the A8 quiets down and unwind is likewise simple. The comfort driving mode quiets the enormous Audi down so its travelers can appreciate the supple, agreeable ride. The A8 is astonishingly tranquil, as well. Wind clamor is non-existent and the standard air suspension quiets street commotion to a great degree. There's still some tire thunder, however this is an enjoyably calm vehicle. We likewise had a concise exhibition of Audi's new predictive active suspension, which we clarified in our first drive a year ago. We didn't get an opportunity to test it on the PCH, however dependent on the couple of minutes on the test track, it's an extremely encouraging framework. We're anxious to encounter it in reality. The A8 isn't, be that as it may, an enjoyably speedy vehicle. Audi will dispatch a V8 fueled A8 later on, yet it's starting for 2019 with just a turbocharged 3.0-liter V6, useful for 335 strength and 369 pound-feet of torque. Getting to 60 miles for each hour takes 5.6 seconds, a number we'd classify as lackadaisical for a lead extravagance vehicle. An all-wheel drive BMW 740i, a vehicle with just 320 horsepower and 330 pounds-to-foot of torque, takes simply 5.1 seconds to hit 60, while the Mercedes-Benz S450 4MATIC, 362 horsepower and 369 pounds-to-foot, does the deed in 5.4 seconds. Executing passing moves in the PCH's few passing zones required more arranging than it ought to in a vehicle of this stature. The 8-speed program downshifted rapidly, which made the A8 feel mystifyingly snappy toward the beginning of a passing move. However, as rates climbed, the motor began to come up short on steam. The V6-fueled A8 basically doesn't have the backbone it needs. Beside these passing circumstances, however, this remaining part's an amiable blend. The 3.0-liter V6 is calm in regular conditions, however it sounds wonderful and refined when pushed. Furthermore, the 8-speed auto is beguiling. It's formed and loosened up while puttering around town, however in dynamic mode, it's a simple transmission to mess around with. Kick it into the sportiest setting and work the wheel-mounted doors, and, alongside DAWs, the A8 begins feeling far sportier and connecting with than it has any privilege to. A featuring highlight of the A8, as such a large number of extravagance vehicles these days, is its everything glass cockpit. Gone is Audi's customary dial-based MMI infotainment suite. In its place are a couple of touchscreen shows, mounted perfectly and alluringly to the middle stack. The best presentation demonstrates all the ordinary MMI stuff, while the base screen oversees atmosphere controls and different frameworks. This is notwithstanding Audi Virtual Cockpit and the instrument bunch in the touchscreen show for travelers in the secondary lounges. Everything considered, the A8 has over 2.5 feet of screen land just in the front lodge. The second stage of Audi Virtual Cockpit is amazing, offering a similar clear, clean, and adjustable convenience as the original setup. The new touch-centered MMI is similarly great. It's amazingly receptive to contributions, with an astounding haptic criticism beat following each tap. In any case, Audi's new design for its MMI touch response framework will take some changing in accordance with. Composed by tiles, it offers a lot of adaptability, however more established conditions of MMI were that easy to learn. My touch response feels far more profound and more entangled, as Audi is endeavoring to do excessively appropriate out of the entryway. Obviously, it's exceptionally conceivable our assessment will change once we've invested more energy with the most recent condition of MMI. We don't have to invest any more energy with the Lodge to affirm it's awesome, however. Material quality all through is choice, with nice-looking cowhide, wood, and Alcantara calfskin covering pretty much every surface that isn't a showcase. The seating position in front is magnificent, similar to the A8's Verdant-like controlling wheel. Actually a four-talk plan, it includes the standard spokes at the 3 and 9 o'clock positions, alongside two all the more growing from the edge on the base portion of the guiding wheel. The consequence of this plan is something that the two looks exceptionally decent and is a flat-out joy to deal with. Shape and capacity have never been so cheerful together. In back, Audi offers two seating formats. A standard seat completes a decent impression of the more amazing executive rear seat comfort bundle and its two individual seats. The focal point of the seat overlays down, uncovering cup holders, situate alterations, but then another presentation for controlling the back atmosphere, the sound framework, the power blinds, the encompassing lighting, and different frameworks. In the event that you run with the executive rear seat comfort bundle, a settled focus reassure incorporates all indistinguishable controls from the standard setup, yet offers a more prominent cluster of customizability for the two outstanding seats, counting power lumbar help, and a warmed ottoman that flies out of the traveler's side front seat's back. This last piece is exceptionally perfect, offering a foot need work. We couldn't attempt it, yet the idea sounds extraordinary for the official that is dependably in a hurry. On the off chance that you select to pass on this expensive, and costly, at $7,550, choice, breathe a sigh of relief. The standard seat is okay. The customizability it offers is noteworthy, and obviously, there's a lot of room. Our greatest issue with the A8 is when Audi has begun to make tracks in an opposite direction from the A8 simply isn't extremely energizing to take a gander at. Like the A7 and RS5, the A8 is beautiful. Yet, in contrast to those vehicles, it's mysterious. Nobody's styling subtle element or edge truly emerges. In the event that a vehicle like the Lexus LS500 has excessively identity, the A8 has close to nothing. All things considered, the unavoidable S8 should deliver the moderate plan to a certain extent. In the event that you need an all the more outwardly energizing extravagance car, we exhort tolerance. Costs for the 2019 Audi A8 begin $83,800, excluding a $995 gold charge. That is not exactly the $86,650 BMW 740i xDrive and a considerable amount, not exactly the $92,900 Mercedes-Benz S450 4MATIC, so on the off chance that you were stressed over the absence of straight-line speed, breathe a sigh of relief realizing your forfeit will spare you some cash. As far as alternatives, there are just a couple of must-have things. You're a trick in the event that you don't spend the $1,950 on the dynamic all-wheel steering. The lighting package is a keen purchase, as well, bringing up at $3,400 and including matrix LED headlights and OLED taillights. The matrix LED headlights will have a portion of their capacity stuttered, accused the draconian federal motor vehicle safety standards, yet Audi said it's consulting with the national government to refresh the tenets. When Uncle Sam joins the 21st century, Audi will issue an over-the-air refresh and empower the headlights' full scope of capacities. The $2,750 driver assistance package is a decent purchase, also, including the A8's full exhibit of Level 2 semi-self-ruling abilities. Past those choices, the A8 comes exceptionally all-around prepared. Different highlights would just be at the inclination of the proprietor, as opposed to must-have hardware. The 2019 A8 offers a befuddling exhibit of innovation and noteworthy solace and self-restraint on winding streets. However, the winding streets we examine the A8 on are not this present reality, and it's there where the A8 will work. So until the point when we can perceive how this innovation functions in ordinary conditions and how the absence of passing force limits drivability, it's hard to suggest Audi's lead car for anybody living outside of Big Sur. So, we have high trusts in this vehicle. It's seemingly the most progressive vehicle in its class, yet we require additional time before we can state that wholeheartedly.